Check out the balance on this thing. Man, my hair's getting high. Hey everyone, Ben from Living Survival, and I got a great custom knife to show you guys today. This was made for me by Dan Tope of Dan Tope Customs. Now, I met Dan through Pete Kohler, a good friend of mine. You guys might know him, Dark Timber Custom Knives. So he's buddies with Dan Tope, that's actually another Michigander, and put me in touch, and Dan wanted to make me a knife to show to you guys. And what he made is fantastic. You can see 01 tool steel. It's got a full flat grind. Beautiful G10 handles with the ANSO design and brass pins. Even has some very beautiful liners. Altogether, just a very beautiful knife. I really like the handle on this knife. Feels great in my hand, not too thick, and also works very well with gloves. I took this on my past couple camping trips and played around with it a little bit. Also works to choke back here on the end portion of the handle. It's very comfortable, and you can get some nice chopping action in that way. Now generally I will have a lanyard in here, but I took the lanyard off just to show you the beauty of the knife itself. You can see just beautiful handles there. 3/16 of an inch thick. It's got a lot of weight in the front with that nice belly there. I like the curve on the top of the blade as well. 90-degree spine, so it will strike a ferro rod. So all in all, just a great knife for not only survival and bushcraft, but just basic camp chores and just everyday fixed blade knife use. Now, Dan also made this Kydex sheath. Pretty nice Kydex sheath. There are a few issues with the rivets, kind of off-centered there a little bit. It's just a basic pancake sheath. Nothing molded together or anything like that. Just two pieces of Kydex sandwiched together, and then a Kydex belt loop. Definitely functional, and you have to remember that knife makers aren't necessarily the best Kydex makers, and Kydex makers are definitely not the best knife makers. What I care about most is the knife, and this knife really deserves a leather sheath. It's really a shame to put this one in Kydex, as nice as it is. So probably have a custom leather sheath made for this knife as well. Get a close-up there of Dan's stamp. What I really like about the profile of this knife is that no matter where you're using it, whether you're using it all the way up towards the handles or all the way out towards the tip, it's very comfortable and very controlled by putting your thumb on the top of the spine. A lot of knives, you know, they kind of have that sweet spot. But this knife, I'm finding it doesn't really matter where you use the blade. It's quite comfortable. And also putting my hand on the handle and then just putting my other thumb up on the top of the spine, it just has excellent control. Now, this is a really dead, hard piece of wood. I also asked Dan not to include any jimping on there, and I'm glad I didn't, because it feels just fine without the jimping. You can see the difference here on a green piece of wood. Really digs in and just works well no matter where you use the blade, which is one of the coolest parts about that profile. I think 3/16 is perfect for this blade, and it's got a nice stout tip on it as well. Overall, the fit and finish is just fantastic. So generally I'll chop on some hardwood just to get a feel for the knife, how it feels in my hand, and how well it chops. Now the full flat grind does bite in pretty well. It chops pretty well for a knife of this size. Obviously if you're going to do any extended chopping, you want a knife a little bit bigger, or obviously an axe. I have batoned with this knife, and although it's not a saber grind, which is what I prefer for batoning, it will get the job done and help you with your fire prep. This time of year, there's just so much fluffy tinder all over the place. This stuff will have no problem taking a spark, and as you can see, it sparks it just fine. Crazy flash tinder. Now I've used this knife a fair amount now over the weeks, and it's very easy to clean with that kind of gun blue finish on it, and you hardly even know that it's used. Like I said, the 90-degree spine works great, and the overall fit and finish is awesome. I really like the handle. It's very comfortable even when doing some light chopping. So is it going to be a super chopper? Not necessarily, not really at this size, but it will get the job done. It definitely can baton wood, although a saber grind would have made it baton a little bit better. But the overall use of this knife is just a great utility knife, a great camp knife, and I've enjoyed using it that way. So if you guys want a custom like this, be sure to contact Dan. I'm going to put some links below to where you can get in touch with him and check out some of his other projects and knives that he's done on his Facebook page, and you guys can get some ideas, and he will make it however you want to make it. You want a saber grind, he can put a saber grind on it. That's the great thing about custom knife makers, is you can have them tweak their designs a little bit in most cases to fit your personal tastes or for your particular application. This is just one of those beautiful knives that you can hand down to another generation and just get years and years and years of use with. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video today, taking a look at this awesome custom knife from Dan Tope. I hope you guys give this video a big thumbs up. Leave me some comments below. I always appreciate it when you share my videos to your friends on social media, Google+, Facebook, and Twitter. And as always, subscribe for more videos.